There are no stupid questions. Unfortunately, does not apply for user testing, because how you ask your testees defines the quality of the data that you will receive during the interview. And that's why we're going to give you some tips and tricks on how to ask the right questions in the video today. At the beginning of a testing session, the testees might feel very nervous and uncomfortable. A lot of times that is because they feel like they are being tested instead of the product is being tested. So it's super important that you set the environment right, make them feel comfortable, do some ice breaking, and share the necessary information about the product itself that they need to answer the questions, and be very open about it, because you want to seek their stories. As a second tip, ask them for loud thinking, because only observing them, where they click and what they do, does not necessarily tell you what's going on in their head and where they expect specific information. If they verbalize their thoughts, you know exactly what's going through their mind, what works and what doesn't. The third tip is, do not give any verbal or non-verbal judgment of the testee's behavior. Meaning sitting there being like, ugh, like sighing because they're taking so long, or being like, I wouldn't do that, you know, or rolling your eyes, because that puts them under a lot of pressure. So really be yourself, be very neutral, and just observe their behavior. For the team setup, it's super important that you have two people in your team, so that one person can do the moderation and really focuses on asking the right questions, and the second person takes notes and can observe the situation, because a lot of times it's also important to have a look at the body language of the testee and how they behave, and putting that into relation of the answers they give. Also, don't put too many people in the moderating team, like 3 persons, for example, and having one testee. The relationship is not balanced, so also keep an eye out for that. To sum up, keep in mind that not everything your testee feels is what they're gonna say. So that's why it's super important to make them feel as comfortable as possible, so that they really have the feeling that they can admit and reflect everything to the outside world that they truly feel, and ask also questions if they don't understand something. So that means if you have a happy testee, you will get deep insights and you will have less problems later on.